Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, welcome to Thursday night. It's our seance night. Isn't that wonderful? I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you're new here, never been to my channel, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Bob Hickman. I'm also known as Psychic Bob, and I am a full-time professional psychic medium. I come out of the Spiritualist church background. I used to be a member of the American Spiritualist Church. Now I'm a member of the British Spiritualist Church, which is a long story in itself, but I'm a member of the Spiritualist National Union. As a medium, one of my skills is channeling, where we go into trance. And what happens is when I trance channel, I go into trance and spirits overshadow my consciousness, and they use my body as an instrument to speak. It's kind of like a biological ghost box. Y'all know ghost box where you have the little electronic box and voices come out of it. Well, I came up, somebody was trying to understand trance channeling recently, and I said, well, you know what a ghost box is? They said, yes. I said, well, I'm a ghost box. I said, but you're not electronic. I said, I'm a biological ghost box. They use my nervous system. They use my vocal cords. They use my body to communicate. So when messages come through, it's not me speaking, it's actually them. And I want you to understand that, because people say, well, Bob, tell me about the message you gave. I have to tell you straight up, I'm not giving the messages today. It's them. I'm in a trance state, which means I remove my consciousness from this reality. It's kind of like I'm falling asleep. You know, when you're lying in bed and you just drifting off, you're so peaceful. That's what it's like for me. So I sometimes hear voices in the room. Some of them, I guess, are coming through me, but I don't feel them, or I'm not attached to anyone. So I don't really know what happens when I channel. So I hope that, you will be open to this experience. If you've never seen trance channeling, it may seem a little freaky. You might be like, what the hell's going on? Is Bob possessed? I am not possessed. The difference is, in possession, a spirit forces their way into a human's body and dominates them. This is not possession. This is an agreeing of sharing. I give up my consciousness for a little while. I let them use my body. It's a sharing of energies. So that's how it works. It's still a mystery to me. I've been doing trance channeling for a long time, but I still am amazed by it, because I go back and watch the videos and I'm like, I don't know how that came through me. I don't even know what that's about. But people say, wow, your readings are really accurate. So I feel very privileged to be a vessel for the spirit world. And I hope that, that you will enjoy being here and have a good time with us tonight. By the way, just a few things. When I trance channel, a lot of times mediums will work in a softer light for channeling. Some mediums work in full broad light like this. Doesn't matter. I'm of the old school where we work in the red light. So in the spiritual church, we had seances where we'd have called red light seances, where we only work in red light. And it's believed that the red light allows the spirit energy to manifest more strongly. Anyways, I could spend 6 hours explaining that, but I'm going to work in the red light tonight, which will help me to go into a deeper trance and allow the spirits more ability to come through. Okay. Anyways, I am so glad that you guys are here. By the way, real quick announcements. If you haven't done so, you can still sign up for psychic development class this Saturday. And Saturday is going to be psychic development. We're going to teach a class this week. It's a private event on Zoom. And I'm teaching people how to channel the higher selves of other people. Sometimes people will come to me and say, Bob, I feel like I can't get in touch with my higher self. And I will go in and bring a message through from them, and I will connect them to their higher self. I'm going to teach a class on how that's done and how that can help you, not only for yourself, but with other people. So if you're interested in that, that's going to be this Saturday. The class price is $30 for the class. It's 2 hours class, and it's live interaction. So I'll be in Zoom room. You'll be able to talk to me, ask questions. It's interactive. I limit the class size to 30 people because I want people to be able to actually get direct help. If I wanted to be like James Van Praagh, and I'm not knocking on him because I like him, But he has over 1,000 people in his classes. And when you go, you don't get to personally interact because there's too many people. I don't want to be like that. So I'm keeping my classes small so people can actually learn directly from me. Because I feel like, that's the best way to learn. I do teach in a traditional traditional spiritualist manner as they train in the spiritualist church. So come out and join us. You can register over at my website, PsychicBob.com. It's $30 for the class. Sign up soon because if you wait till Saturday, you may not get in. Okay. Gosh, we have a lot of people. There's Robin Boston. Hey, Robin. There's Melinda Tornay. Hi, Psychic Bob. Hi, Baroness. Hope all is well with you guys. I tried to break up my dogs fighting and my Chewy. I can't see something happen. And my Chewy fell on my foot and sprained it bad, but that's the way it goes. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm glad you're here. At least you're here safe, even if a little bruised up, Well, golly, it's so good to have all of you. There's Michelle Marzano. Hello, Michelle. Good to see you. Welcome. There's Robert Stevens and B. LeClaire and Stardust C and Aaron Patricia and Lou B. Lou B says, hello, Bob. Hello, Baroness. Gratitude from LA. Namaste. Gratitude. Welcome. Well, it's so good to have all of you here tonight. And, as I always say, it's always an adventure. Now, I just need to preface this seance with saying, again, remember, it's not me giving the message. So if you're waiting on a message, you don't get it, it's not my fault. It's whatever the spirits can bring through, they have to gauge what my body can do because it does take a physical toll on me. So it's up to them. It's not up to me. So I ask your understanding about that. Don't be mad. But sometimes the spirits will come through and they'll give messages for everybody. Like a message, it'll be a group message. So hopefully that may happen tonight. We'd love to have you, just join our circle. Just come. I always say seance is always an experiment. I never know what's going to happen. And I cannot guarantee results. This is the thing about being a medium. We can never guarantee it's going to happen because it really is up to the spirit world. So I'm going to open myself up to trance. I'm going to bring down the lights here, and then we'll see what happens, okay? So if you guys are ready, let's just do a brief invocation, shall we? All right, everybody take your hands off your keyboards for just a moment, okay? Let's just open the door. Just settle down, follow your breathing gently in and out. Mother, Father, God, Divine Spirit, we ask that you gather us together tonight and let us be in harmony with each other. Let us be of one mind and joy in the Spirit. We call forth now all of those who would come to visit us from the other side. We welcome our spirit guides, our loved ones, our master guides and teachers, the angels, all who would come with messages of light and love and hope. We welcome only the highest and best spirits here tonight. And we ask that our circle be a circle of light to raise the energy in the world. We dedicate the energy that we raise tonight to help those souls who are struggling, whether on earth or on the edge of the etheric. And we ask that light and good come from this circle. We invoke now the divine spirit as we open the door to the other side. Let us gather in joy and peace. So mote it be. Whew! Glorified. I felt the spirit move on that. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you very much. Anyways, well, this is good. There's Lady Jane. There's Sandra D. Wonderful. Welcome, guys. It's so good to have you here. Well, I'm going to bring down the lights. And then we're going to put on the red light because I work in red light. There. How's that? We're in red light now. This is an old traditional spiritualist technique where we work in red light. Red light is believed to allow ectoplasm to form, which is energy from the spirits. And white light tends to kind of inhibit it. Anyways, so here you are. Welcome. All right. Well, I'm going to settle down. I'm going to go into trance. And so I will I will see you when I get back, okay? Hmm. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is Fletcher. I think we've got control of the medium's vibration. Well, good evening. I hope you can hear me out there. Sometimes when we come to a medium, we're not sure we got the frequency right. And sometimes our voices just fade away to nothing. So if that should happen tonight, not to worry, we'll be monitoring the medium and hopefully we'll be coming through. Well, so many of you out there been gathering, waiting to hear from our world. And might I tell you, over on our side, we get quite excited about coming over and to visit with you as well. All day long, I've been talking to Rose and I've been saying, well, you think they're going to have the seance tonight? And Rose said, oh, I bet so. He never doesn't do it unless he's really ill. And I said, well, his vitals look pretty good. And she said, I think so. Well, here we are. So nice to have you here. Might I remind you, some of you here tonight are about to give up on hope. I understand that. When I was a young lad, I used to get despondent. And I used to say, how is my life ever going to work out? You know, I was a young lad growing up and I went into the army because I felt a little lost in my life and I don't know which way to go. And well, World War One was starting. And my father and mother said, well, Fletcher, if you go over to that, that'll get you straightened out. And I didn't have much job prospects at the time. I said, well, army sounds good as anything. And plus, I do believe we got to stop the war effort. You know, them Germans at the time, no offense to any Germans here, but at the time they were being a bit of a nightmare. Well, I joined the army, and I got to say, I did enjoy it. Loved wearing my uniform and enjoyed marching. I thought I polished up pretty well. But you know, I had to tell you, I'll never forget that fateful day in France. I was standing there, and I heard a whistling sound in the air. And all of a sudden, everything became black. I heard an explosion. And then I found myself floating and I saw hands reaching. I said, where am I? I thought I'd been knocked underwater. It was like hands pulling me out of, you know, when you're in water, like you're drowning. But I could breathe. And it was a beautiful light. And I said, well, I don't know if I should go up there. I'm confused. But I reached up and grabbed one of the hands. And it was my grandmother and my auntie. And they pulled me up and they said, Fletcher, you're in the spirit world. I said, where? They said, you're in the spirit. I said, don't believe in the spirit. Because you see, in those days, I was a bit of an atheist. I said, well, I don't know there's much of a God, don't have a lot of faith in it. But in the end, I got pulled up, and here I am. You know, praying for those who die is so important. If some of you want to help those who have died, pray for them. Because I can tell you, as somebody who's been there, when many people die, they get trapped between the worlds. They get a little afraid. They don't want to go to the light. They don't want to go back to their body. They don't know what to do. These are the souls we call trapped between the worlds. And a lot of mediums do rescue work where they help the souls. And I tell you, my aunt and my grandma prayed for me all the time. And that's what got me into the light. Well, we got a few other people here want to be speaking tonight, so I won't be boring you with my stories. But this is Fletcher, and I'll be monitoring our medium tonight. I'm his gatekeeper spirit. And so, I'll see you in just a little while. This is Fletcher, over and out. There we go. Can you hear me, my dears? Greetings, my name is Rose. Oh, what a blessing it is to be here with all of you tonight. Fletcher has told you the truth. All day long, we anticipate our time of gathering here with all of you. You see, it's true that many of you get excited about connecting with us But we equally cannot wait for the opportunity to spend time with you. We are very thankful for our medium who allows us to use his body as an instrument. I was listening in earlier and I heard him term, what was that term he used? Ghost box, I think that was the term. I've started to explore this, ghost box. In my generation, we didn't really have such technology and electronics. And people think that when one crosses over to heaven, that somehow one knows everything. Oh, my dear, no, you don't know everything. Death does not make you suddenly wise and enlightened and full of knowledge. Death only brings you to the other realm. As you were in life, so you shall be in death. Try to understand this. You see, there's a false belief that people die and become instant angels and full of knowledge. My dear, I hate to break it to you, but if you were not prepared for that sort of life in life, you will not have it in the spirit world until such time at which you earn it and prepare for it. So if you were uneducated on earth, when you come to spirit, you will have to learn. You have to learn to read and write if you did not learn that. The wonderful thing is that over here, there are so many opportunities, so many chances to learn, to grow. Oh, my dear, you'll never be bored here in the spirit world. When I first arrived here, I thought that I would be greeted with great fanfare. Some of you know that in my life I made a great show of my wealth and power. I was rather powerful in my earthly life. I was known in London, and I suppose you could say I was cream of society. But in the spirit world, that counts for naught. Over here, what happens is you are judged by your light. I shouldn't say judged, that's not the right word. You are known by your light, that's the correct word. You are known. If you develop spiritual qualities in your lives, if you spend your time doing good and praying and tuning to the higher power, when you come here, it'll be very easy for transition. I myself spent so much of my earth life wasting it on vanity and self-aggrandizement that when I came to spirit, I did not get greeted by glowing angels and fanfares of light. I arrived in the spirit world in a dull grey robe. I thought that I would have most beautiful robes of white and gold, but I did not. And I said, this robe is not acceptable. I want finer clothing. I'm used to the best. And I was quickly put in my place by the angels who said, over here you must earn your robes. Over in the spirit world, there is always an opportunity for growth. Over here, you do not have things instantly given. They are earned by merit. So as you progress, as you learn to let go of selfishness and hatred and negativity and foulness, then one increases one's light quotient. That's the best word, light quotient. That is the soul light. Your own inner light glows and it illuminates you. Over here, everybody is illuminated from within. And when you first come to spirit, you'll say, these people have such a glow about them. What is that? It is their spirit light. And I dare say there are some here who outshine the earth's sun. Go out tomorrow, and I want you to look at the noonday sun, if you can see it where you are. And you'll see how bright it glows in the sky. Do you know that that light is pale in comparison to some souls over here? There are beings of glory here that you cannot fathom in your earthly mind. But looking at the sun will give you a little bit of an idea of the power. Oh, my dears, I must say I have a long way to go, and I'm certainly not perfect. And I should like to clear that up whilst I'm here. Some people think that spirit guides are full of perfection, that we're omniscient. My dear, we are all learning and growing. Even as a spirit guide, occasionally I will miss something or make a mistake. It is part of our learning process. All of us here are learning, just like all of you there are learning. The difference is that we have more access to accelerated learning here. Our minds are uninhibited and are more free. Try to understand that freedom of the mind is one of the blessings of the spirit world. When you come here, so many of your earthly concerns drop away. You don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about food. They will give you clothing, my dear. You don't even have to pay for that. And over here, you devote your mind to learning, to understanding the truths of the cosmos. What is your role? How has your life brought you to this point? There is so much to contemplate in the spirit world. Anyways, I shall not beleaguer the point and bore you with all my suppositions and philosophies. But I should like to just simply say thank you for receiving me tonight. And I do hope that I've given you just a slight bit of insight into our world. You know, whilst I'm here tonight, I should like to, well, I suppose, have a few words with a few people, if I might. Fletcher, might I do that? Fletcher says, I can continue. The power is sufficient. The first person I should like to speak to tonight is my dear friend, Denise. Denise D. I believe the medium calls you that. Denise, this is Rose. I do hope you can hear me. Listen, my dear, I'm coming in here to help you tonight. We of the spirit world know that you've put so much effort into bringing healing to that relationship. And we want you to know that you and your boyfriend will receive an increase in vibration. What does that mean, my dear? Your boyfriend's been seeking to know what is true in his life. He's at a crossroads right now where he's very confused. He's a little bit discontented with his lot in life. And he's got a lot of physical challenges. He's got some back issues, and I believe even some jaw and teeth issues. But my dear, we're putting healing power into him so that his mind will be less distracted by that. And we're starting to turn his mind slowly to the great truths of the cosmos, of the spirit world. Do you know, my dear, by your spiritual questing, you have opened his mind to truths that he would have never understood. We know that you've had your challenges, and sometimes you're about to, what's that term they use? Kick them to the curb, I believe. As Americans say, you kick someone to the curb. No, my dear, don't do that. But we do know that you've been feeling a little overwhelmed. The love between you has a spiritual core at it. You see, if you want to improve your relationship, my dear, try to look at the heart. Don't look at the material world. It will always deceive you. Right now, your boyfriend says, oh, I need more money. I have to have a better job. I'm discontented. I need this. I need that. All of these things are coming to him. And as you get into the month of March, you shall start to see improvement there. Know that those of us who reside over here are guiding and helping you. You have a lovely great-grandmother who's been praying for you. She's on your mother's side of the family. And she's back here asking me to relay to you that she wants to help you. I don't know if we can bring her through. Let me see. Fletcher, will you help us? Denise. Denise, I'm trying to talk to you, my dear. I've not done this before. It's very difficult for me. But I want to know you to know that I'm helping you. I'm praying for you from the spirit world. I've been over here a while, but I have not forgotten anyone on earth. And I send my love to all of you. Know that you have one friend in heaven, and it is I. May you have peace. I send prayers for healing to you every day. The power is starting to go. I'm going to have to step back. I'm so sorry they told me. There we go. Oh, Denise, We're so sorry we could not sustain her vibration. She's not yet practiced in coming over through mediums. But like all skills, souls learn these skills as well. And it took me a while to learn to come through our medium as well. But we think she did a lovely job, and we hope that you were able to receive a message this evening. My dear, thank you for letting me come and visit with you. Watch in the next month. A lot of peace and joy and restoration and healing are coming to you, my dear. My blessings to you. Thank you for receiving me. I'm so very thankful. Oh dear. Fletcher. Yes. Hold on just a moment, yes. Oh, this is Fletcher. Hold on. We have to strengthen the frequency connection. Oh, there we go. I think we've got a stronger line going. It's kind of like a telephone, you know, it comes in and out. We've got to get a stronger signal. Well, I'll let Rose come back in. There we go, my dears. Oh, can you hear me? This is Rose. Do know I have a message here also. Well, my dear friend, Robin. Robin Boston, are you here, my dear? Can you hear me? We're so pleased to have you join our circle tonight. Do you know, throughout the day, we look in on so many of you, and we know about your circumstances. Some of you here tonight, besides Robin, are also going through challenging times, and you think, does anyone care? You have many people over in the spirit world who monitor and care. You may know them all, but trust me, my dears, they are with you. And Robin, on that note, I should like to speak to you, if I might. My dear, I want to first of all let you know that Doris Stokes is here. She'd like to have a word with you. If I might put her through the medium. Fletcher, will you assist bringing Doris through? Thank you, my dear. Hold on a moment, Robin. We'll see if we can get Doris to come in. Always right. Oh, I tell you, I say, you can't die for the life of you. Hello, Robin. It's Doris here. Oh, my dear, I tell you, we're laughing over here. We're all telling stories. And, you know, I always say it when I come in. I say, you can't die for the life of you. And that's been, I suppose, one of my taglines all my life. But it's true. So many people, they get all worked up. Oh, I might die, I might die. Oh, dear, nobody really dies. You know, I have to get on a medium here because sometimes he tells people that I'm dead. I said, I'm more alive than he is. I don't have a body that's decaying, and I don't get wrinkles like he's getting. Well, anyways, Robin, we're so glad that you let us come through tonight. And I want to tell you, first off, you're getting better. I'll come and check your vital signs. I'll check your report. And I know, my dear, we know you've been having some pain. All right, pain is part of the healing process. And we know, dear, that you ain't feeling yourself right now. But this is kind of the final leg. It's the final leg, trust me. And you got a lot of people over here be pulling for you. And I think we got a few here tonight. I want to send some love over your way. So I'm going to step out of the way, and perhaps Rose and Fletcher can help bring them through. All right. Listen, my dear, you just keep doing what you're doing. And you got Doris with you. And I'll be helping you with that sleep because it's been a bit off. All right, I got some other people here. Robin. It's Fred. I don't have a lot of experience doing this, so bear with me. I'm trying to come through this voice. I've been visiting you at night, and listen, you're getting better. When I come to visit, it's not to take you over to our world, but I'd sure love to have you with me. Over here, I know that it won't be long. In our time, 100 years is nothing. But you've got a lot to do on Earth, and I just want to tell you that I love you. I'm so sorry for the times that, I don't know, I don't feel like I always supported you when I should have, and you supported me towards the end when I was very sick. It's not your end, and that's what I've come to tell you. And it's my pleasure just to be able to come here, and I'm really thankful that they are having this seance that I could come through. I'm not very good at this, but I'm trying. By the way, Ricky's over here with me. I'll see if I can get him through. Hold on. Can you help me with this? Mom, can you hear me? Mom, it's Rick. We're all okay over here, and I just wanted to tell you that I've been doing my work. I'm really seeing a lot of success here. And I'm painting and I'm playing my music still. And by the way, tell Jill that I did come to her in a dream last week. I don't know if she remembered it. But when she was traveling, I was able to come on the ship, and that was pretty cool. So just let her know that I did come to her in a dream. I hope she got it. Anyways, I can't stay. I just wanted to let you know I'm okay and everything's good. I saved 4 people in the last week. It was a busy week for me. My spirit guide training is going really well, and they said I'm going to get an elevation soon to a higher position. I said, well, I don't want the position if I can't still visit with my family. And they said, don't worry, it won't stop you. You'll still have your downtime. So I guess you'll be hearing from me still. I'll be annoying you and Jill and Sydney, my daughter too. Listen, everything that I've been telling you is true. I am in the light and I'm at peace. And it's not your time to come over. I know sometimes you feel like you're tired and you want to give up, but listen, Mom, I see people every day that are about to give up, and I always pull them back. Please don't give up. You're almost there. I know it's been hard. You're going to see the doctors say soon they don't understand how quickly you've turned this around. It's your strength, but it's also us too. We're helping. And there's a lot of people over here that are putting power into you. They say I can't stay long tonight, but I just want to tell you I love you and we're all okay here. All right, I guess I better go jam some tunes. I hear Jimi Hendrix is calling me. I love you. We'll see you soon. Tell Cassidy I send my love. Oh, and by the way, Mom, thank you. Thank you for helping her. Just keep in touch with her, please. I'm helping too. I love you. Oh, this is Fletcher. Give us just a moment while we get control of the medium's frequency. All right, I think we got it. I'll let Rose come back in and have a word. Oh, my dears, can you hear me? This is Rose. Oh, I do hope we're transmitting through. Oh, my dear, such a blessing. Always. Robin, we've got 2 fine gentlemen over here in the spirit world who should be very proud of them. They're lovely men, and they do immense good over here. Thank you for letting me come and speak to you tonight and letting me bring them over to you. I have another message whilst I'm here. Fletcher says I can go a bit longer. I should like to speak to my dear friend, Nicola. Lady Nicola. Oh, What is it that our medium calls Baroness Cola Bulbs? I think that's the name. Greetings, my dear. This is Rose. Listen, I must tell you, my dear, we're very thrilled with you. Your work with the spirit world is increasing. You've had an increase in your light quotient, my dear. Now, we know that for you it's been a bit taxing, but we're going to balance out your physical body so that you can continue to receive messages and be of guidance to those souls. My dear, you have a calling to do rescue work. You cannot shy away from it. We know that at times it's overwhelming, but do know it was our medium here who did rescue work and brought me over to the light. As you know, I was trapped in purgatory for a long time, over 60 years. But over here, there is no such thing as time, so we don't have a sense of the passing of time. But it's only once I got over to the light that I understood. I'm very thankful for his work with us, and this is why I'm very loyal to him and always guide him. But I should also like to be of help to you, my dear, for whenever I see a medium doing the work of spirit, I'm very pleased. There is a Sham here who would like to have a word with you. I should like to let him come through. Just a moment. Alhamdulillah. I have been doing many prayers in the spirit world. There's many soul trap. So many people cross, so many confusions, so many people not know what to do. I will be around you a while longer, and if you will help me help these souls, I need help from the earth. Sometimes they cannot hear me as clear as you because they are wrapped in fear. I will help you and pray. I send up my prayers, Alhamdulillah, every day. Allahu Akbar. These prayers, the names of God, are very powerful. But the souls that have died recently, they do not understand. We must continue to pray for my nation, Turkey, as well as Syria. The people there are so lost. There are many angels and many spirit people who come to help. I am one of them, and I am helping so, but I need help. And I ask all people here tonight, Nicola, encourage them all to pray. If they do the prayer, soul will be saved, go to God and to the light, and they will be happy. The power is not strong, I cannot stay, but I shall be praying. Alhamdulillah. There we go. We do hope he came through for you, my dear. It's his first time coming through. By the way, his name is Ibrahim, Iman Ibrahim. That is who you should call upon, my dear. Whilst I'm here also, I think Doris would like a word, so we'll let her come through. Doris, can you come? Voice, Doris, can you hear me, lass? Well, let me tell you here. Like I said earlier to someone, I said, don't be worrying about everything. You know, the help of the spirit is always around you. And I'm here. Rose and I have been working on getting their housing situation straightened out. And we think we got about a breakthrough. And we know about them troublemakers been trying to mess it up. But listen, we're not letting it happen. You got the right people in place now. And I tell you, the worker that you've been talking to, that charitable worker, got good connections. We brought her into your life, and she's going to be helped by us. Remember, my dear, it's a team effort, so don't be afraid. Oh, Doris, never forget no one. No, I don't. You know, when I was on the earth and people used to come for a little sitting with me, you know, they used to come and sit in my parlor. And I used to hear voices. Oh, my dear, you got a lot of voices around you. I got your grandma back here as well. And she sent a love over to you. I don't think we can put her through the medium tonight. They're asking me to conserve the power. But I just relay it to you that she said she's helping as well. And she said she's getting them pot holders ready. She said you got pot holders to put in the kitchen. So those look like you're going to have some nice tea towels and pot holders. And that's a sign from her that you'll be moving on soon. Watch over the next week. There's going to be some important phone calls. And we'll be there with you. Now remember, before you get on the phone with anyone, you call them and say, Doris, get over here. Help me. I'll be there, my dear. I'm not going to leave you now. I want to tell you thank you. And by the way, I don't appreciate you telling people I messed up your hair. Or, you know, back in the day during war years, we did cut each other's hair. I really can't claim to do it, my dear. I think it was a mischievous spirit that was tricking you. Anyways, my dear, we think you look lovely and we like your hair. So don't be worrying. This will all grow out just fine. But I wouldn't mess up your hair. You know, I couldn't do hair so well myself. You know, I was more of a nurse and a medium. I don't claim that talent. But anyways, we're with you. Your grandmother's back here asking me to let you know she loves you as well and working on it. And Rose is going to help as well. You got a team. Stay close to your worker. She's going to work with you. All right, my dear, I've got to step back. Blessings to you. Here we go. This is Rose. Can you hear me, my dear? Thank you so very much. We're so very pleased that you're here tonight. Here we are. Fletcher says I can go a bit longer. Thank you, Fletcher. I should also like to have a little word with my dear friend, Marjana. Marjana, can you hear me, my dear? This is Rose. Marjana, we know that you've been having a lot of trouble in your family. You've been very worried about your mother. She's been in a lot of pain. Those of us from the spirit world are putting healing power around her. We want you to also know that we've spoken with Archangel Raphael, and Raphael is putting a blessing on your mother and your father to give them strength and healing. So do not worry about that. Whilst I'm here, I have somebody who'd like to speak to you. I was going to put her through right away. Fletcher, we'll bring her over. I think your grandmother's here, my dear. Marjana. This is Ania. Can you hear me? I hope I come through the medium. Is Ania? Oh dear. Yes, I think I hear my voice come through. Okay, they say my voice come through. Oh, my dear, I love you so very much. Over here is a beautiful place where they call spirit world, we call heaven. I know not what you call it. It's a place of God. I want to tell you that no matter what you go through in life, it is worth the struggle to risk love and to serve others. When I first come here, I could not believe I was in God's house. And I said, how I get here? I'm not a very good person. They said, you do more than you know. You serve many people. You serve your family. You give love to those who struggle. And you know, in Poland, many people have a lot of struggle. They said, the little thing I do each day, like I give a soup to a neighbor or to just to go to church and pray. All these things, they account for a soul, for the, how do you say, growths of the soul. You sometimes think you do not good, but we know, and the people here in heaven know that you take care of Mama and Papa so well. And for this, I'm very, very thankful. Listen, dear, though you love and take care, you must also take care of yourself. You must have more joy in your life. You must find your way to express yourself. It is good that you seek spiritual truth and a spiritual gift. But you must give yourself time to do these things. So please, do not so worry all the time, but give yourself time. Give yourself time to develop your joy in life. You see, because to come to heaven, it is not just a serve, work. No, you must also have joy in heart. And if you never give time for yourself, you will not have, you would have bitterness. And then you will not love to serve, you will have bitterness. It is important that you find some joy for you too. You will not abandon your family. No, this will not happen. But you have neglected yourself. You have neglected your joy. And so I come with a message of love to let you know I be watching. I remind you to have joy. Find your happiness. Don't live only for others, live for you too. I hope you understand. Ani, I love you so much. They say I must go. I love you, my darling. I pray for all of you. This is really, ja, men det är den flicken. There we go. Pardon me, my dears, we're having a frequency issue here. This is Rose. I do hope you can hear me. Marjana, it is such a joy to meet with your grandmama. Lovely lady she is, and she does a lot of good over here in the spirit world. And we do hope that you will take her words to heart. Those who come from our world over to your world come to only guide, to bless, and to hope. We're never here to upset anyone. And hopefully you will understand her message, my dear. Thank you for receiving it, and thank you for letting me visit with you this evening. I should also like to speak to someone else whilst I'm here. Just a moment. Fletcher wants to have a word. Oh, this is Fletcher. Give us just a moment. We have a little bit of electrical vibration in the air. We've got to stabilize the medium's nervous system. Oh, there we go. All right, Rose, I think you can come back in. I'll step back. Yeah, there we go. Can you hear me, my dears? You know, mediumship is a very tenuous task. We never know from moment to moment if we can sustain the frequency, the vibration. Our medium has been so very good to allow us to use his body to come and speak to you. Whilst I'm here, I should also like to bring another message here. I should like to speak to my dear friend, Jane. And what is your name, my dear? Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe. I love that name. Do you know, my dear, I do love Earl Grey. Do you know I was with our medium when he went to Fortnum and Mason, one of my favorite stores. And I was there and I saw him buying that tea and I said, you go, man, you get that tea. And he did. Oh, I suppose I get a little worked up about it. I have a lot of memories of that store. I used to have them supply all my parties. Anyways, it's a long time ago. But Lady Jane, whilst I'm here, I should like to, if I might, have a word with you as well. My dear, you we've been crossing through a time of challenge in the last few months. It seems as though every time you start to feel you're at balance and at peace, someone comes in to stir the pot up, don't they? We want to let you know, but those of us over here know, we see, and we are aware, and we're putting a hedge of protection around you. You do not have to fear. I'm on guard, Fletcher is on guard, Alfred is on guard. By the way, Alfred could not be here tonight, but he sends his greetings to all of you. All of us are watching and protecting. There are some of you on the earth who receive an unfair measure of cruelty in your lives. Do not become bitter. Understand that the reason why you're targeted and why people hate you is because you carry the light. You see, that light that is of the Spirit cannot be extinguished. And yet there are forces on the earth who want to quench that light, who want to extinguish it. My dear, you carry the light. So many of you here, besides Lady Jane, also carry the light. We want all of you here tonight to know if you are suffering and it seems cruel and unfair and unjust, know that there is a judge in heaven who sees and knows. Infinite intelligence shall not abandon any of you. And Lady Jane, I especially come to you tonight to let you know that your name has been brought before the very court of heaven. And infinite intelligence is watching and protecting and observing. You need not fear. Those who have caused you grief will soon be gone. You will have peace restored. The next 2 months will see a transition around you. You will have joy again. Your children are being especially blessed right now. They love you very much, my dear. You've been a very good mother to them. Don't worry. They are safe under the watch of the angels. I have somebody here who'd like to say hello to you, so I shan't stay in his way. Now, can you hear me, Janie? This is your papa here, your dad. Why, well, I tell you, I've been watching out for you. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you. I'm not letting them know I'm not. Oh, so proud of you. So proud. You make me proud, you know, because you live with a lot of dignity. A lot of people done given up their dignity for a little bit of money. That's not going to work. Not going to work at all. No, it's not going to work. You see, there's 2 types of people I've come and figured out in the world. There's people who base their lives only on money and power. They get here and they forget their souls. And then there's the other type who can't really quite forget the spirit world. They can't forget there's another world, another life. And you're one of them, my dear. And just like myself and like our family, we can't quite forget who we are. And I suppose in this world it's a bit of a disadvantage because it's hard to be in this world when most of the world don't want to know about it. Most of the world don't want to know about spiritual truth, don't want to know about goodness and honesty and loving your neighbor and all that stuff they say in church. It's bigger than church, though, you know. It's about a soul. Since I come over to Spirit, I got to learn a lot. I did. Learned a lot. And I can tell you right now that you're doing it right. You might not feel it. You might say, well, should I bother? World's gone evil. He might be going evil, but God is still with us. And you got God in you. And that's more powerful than any disruptive neighbor, more powerful than any stalking entities. you got God. All right, enough of my religious talk. I like a good cuppa now. So if you can brew me up a cuppa, pour it out for me tonight. I'll be there having one with you. They say I got to step back, but I love you, my dears. You're going to make it through. Blessings to you, darling. Your dad loves you. Oh dear, this is Rose. Hello, my dolls. I have another person here who'd like to speak to the group this evening. I don't even think he needs an introduction, so I'll let him introduce himself. I think you'll know who he is. I don't think the power is very strong tonight. When I was on the earth, sometimes I would hold seances and the voices would come through very loud and clear. It is very nice. And some evenings it would hardly even be a whisper you could hear. It's how it is with mediumship. It's never perfect science. We like to think we're evolving it. The truth is, the human factor and the spirit world sometimes are at odds with each other. We might have the power, and then the human doesn't have the power. Or the human has the power, and then we don't have the power. Either way. But it is good to be here with you tonight, and I do hope that you can somewhat hear my voice, that it's coming through. I want to just take a brief moment, first of all, to let all of you know that there is no death. When I was a young man, I was surrounded by atheists, and I even almost went that way myself. But I could never quite fully embrace that concept of that we evolve from fish and then we die and nothing's nothing. It seemed rather hopeless to me. And for a young man, when I was about 16, 17 years old, I went through a terrible time in my life. Existential crisis, I think they call it. Dark night of the soul. I bring it up because some of you here this evening are perhaps feeling that way. You say, I don't know what to believe. I've lost faith in myself. I've lost faith in those I love. I've lost faith in the world. And this is the situation I found myself in many years ago, back in the 1920s. I don't remember now. I suppose 1926 maybe. I don't know. Years have all faded away for me. Over here there's no time, as you've heard them say, and it's true. But I think it was in the 1920s that I had this dark night of the soul. And it was then that I discovered spiritualism. I drifted into a spiritualist church, and at first I thought the mediums were rather daft. I stood up there mumbling about spirits. But I could not forget it. And that week I was invited to a home Seance Circle, similar to what you all are having here tonight, but it met in a home. Here you meet in a virtual home. And for those of us from the spirit world, we're quite enamored with the technology here. Anyways, I went to the circle, and there was a medium there, a lady, and she said, Leslie, your future will be that of a medium. I was looking around the room. I didn't think she was speaking to me. She said, Leslie, your future is as a medium. I kind of wanted to shrink away. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't. And then, after the seance, it was a really lovely seance, and I didn't understand all of it because some of the spirits who came through spoke in such highbrow terms, I could not follow it. I was not very educated, remember. I was a poor country bumpkin, you might say, in the heart of downtown London. But at the end of the seance, they had tea and cake. It's a very upscale, posh. The spiritualists were rather posh, I must say. And I really didn't fit in. I didn't know how to properly hold a teacup and saucer, really, hardly. I mean, my grandmother taught me, but really, it was not polished with the fine china, and I was a bit nervous. But as I was leaving that night, I grabbed my coat. The hostess gave me my jacket. I was all well. She said, "Leslie, we so enjoyed you being at us, so we hope you'll join us again next week." I said, "Oh, you may come next week." She said, "Oh, yes, your future's very bright." And I thought, oh my, now I'm in for it. And what's that old saying? In for a penny, in for a pound, right? Well, I came back the next week. And it was a good thing too. I met my wife there. And she sat in the circle next to me, and we had some brief pleasantries, exchanges. And she said, "Leslie, why don't you come to my home for dinner this week?" I said, "I don't know. All these spiritualists, you have to remember, they're rather posh people, unlike myself. I really felt out of my league with them. But yet I could not ignore how very nice they were to me, very kind people." And she said, "Leslie, come." And so I did go to her home, and, well, I suppose the rest is history, but the reason I bring this up to all of you tonight, that I won't beleaguer the point, power's getting weak, is that I tried something different. I could have stayed in my dark night of the soul, but I said I must find an answer to what is true in life, and I drifted into that spiritualist church. I believe it was in Hackney, actually. And it changed my life forever. And this is why I'm here speaking to you tonight. If you're wondering if there is life after death, don't take my word for it, or even take this medium's word for it. Explore it yourself, and you'll find the truth that there are spirits that exist beyond the body, that your spirit will exist beyond the body. That is truly life after death. Now, not every medium is perfect, and some will be better than others. But judge a medium by their heart. Are they serving spirit? Are they trying? This is a test for the medium. Their accuracy may not always be perfect, but it is their heart that you want to know, and then you will understand the heart of spiritualism. Spiritualism is a philosophy, a religion, a science, all of the above. And it has changed my world and allowed me to let go of my fear of death, let go of my dark night of the soul, and start to live in joy. My wife's name was Edith, and Edith introduced me to proper life and manners, and she gave me a lot of confidence. Whoever gives you confidence in life, you owe them very much, and it's true. Edith helped me start my first spiritualist church. Anyways, it's a long story, but I do hope that you will receive my message, and that those of you here tonight who feel lost, perhaps alone, know that those of us who live here in the spirit world are not far away. What is it that Rose used to say? She said, "We're a whisper away." I think that's her words. Yes, we are. Just talk to us and we will come to you. You're not alone. And like Doris Stokes always said, there is no death, there is no dying, and you cannot die for life of you. Her words are so true. Well, my dears, by the way, if you don't know who I am, my name is Flint. Leslie Flint is my name. It's been a true joy to visit with you, and I do hope that you will explore the truths and the claims of spiritualism. I was a member of the Spiritualist National Union, and it's a wonderful organization, and I led our medium here to it as well some years ago. We were very pleased that he is taking up the work of spirit. Be patient with him. He's not always perfect, and he's a human just like myself. We mediums are not always the perfect and most enlightened people. But I think that our medium here has done a lot of good in the world, and we encourage him to continue We're very thankful, all of us here, that he lets us come through. Thank you for letting me come and speak with you tonight. I shall turn you back over to Rose, and with that I say adieu. There we go, my dears. Come hear me. This is Rose. But that message from Leslie was lovely, and it's for all of us here tonight. Do you know, since coming over to the spirit world, I've met many of the world's most famous mediums. Leslie Flint, Eileen Garrett, Jack Weber. All of them wonderful people. Edgar Casey. Oh, there are countless mediums, more than I can say. And do you know, my neighbor Madge was a spiritualist. I was listening to Leslie speak, and I thought, I knew a spiritualist. And do you know, it's my own regret, my much chagrin and sorrow, that I did not explore the truths of spiritualism in my own lifetime. It took death to awaken me. My dears, you have great opportunities, all of you. Please, call upon the spirit world. We want to help you. Oh dear, the power's starting to fade. Fletcher says I must step from the medium. My dears, thank you for letting me come here tonight. I do hope you've received our messages in the spirit in which we intended, one of joy and love. My dears, thank you for letting me come here tonight. Oh, the power's starting to go. I do feel my voice go. I see my blessing. Please, my Rose. Give me just a minute, guys. I'm just a little dizzy. Thank God for Earl Grey tea. Ooh. Hey, guys. Well, I think I'm back. I heard Rose. I think Leslie was there. I thought I heard Leslie Flint. Did he come through? When his voice comes through me, like because I'm in a trance, I don't know if that's him, but I felt this intense vibration. So I think he was here. I hope it was him. Yes. Yep. Oh, good. It was Leslie. I thought I heard him. See, because when I trance, sometimes I hear little snippets coming through, but it's like I'm far away, so I don't really get what happened. He came through at the end. Thank you, Robert. Robin Bus says, thank you, Cola, for all you do in chat plus other things. Yes, thank you, Cola. Cola, let's give a big shout out. Give thumbs up to Cola. She took the time to monitor the chat while I wasn't here. She said, thank you. I'm sorry, I can't see the chat. My eyes are going. Thank you, babes. Just before you brought a message through for me, my light started flickering and my vibration went up and I was tingling. Ah, that's so cool. Hi, Tammy. There you are. Good to see you. There's Amsterdam. So thank you. Thumbs up. God bless you guys. There's Raven. Thank you. Oh, you guys are great. Well, I hope it went well tonight. Sounds like it did. Yeah, thank you, Scott. Hey, Scott says, thumbs up. Cola always there when we need you. Yeah, that's true. Cola's been a great help to us. What would we do without her? Thank you. There's Christine C. says, it was wonderful. Thank you so much. There's Lady Jane says, thanks, Cola, for guarding the chat so well tonight. She did. Thank you, Cola. Thank you. Stardust says, hey, PsychicBob, I so wish I could hear my spirit guides' voices. You will in time, dear. Hi, there's Laura Gonzalez says, there is a universal lesson we can all learn from in each of the personal messages. Very nice. You know what? Thank you, Laura, for saying that, because the messages aren't just for the person. Sometimes the spirits are speaking to other people. There's Lady Jane says, thanks, Bob, for a lovely sense. I got to chat with Rose and my dad. Ah, do you think your dad came through? That's so cool. I saw some of the older videos of your dad. He's a really cool guy. I can't wait to talk to him myself. That's so cool. Rob Bus says it was great. Her from Fred and Rick. Oh my God, so a lot of people were coming through tonight. That's really cool. Thank you so much, guys. I'm so happy people were coming through. Okay. Baroness says, and I had to unban Charles Sabruna when Doris said, that's Tammy's Chuck. LOL, I thought he was a troll. Oh, no. Chuck and Tammy Sabruna, they're wonderful, Cole. They're not trolls. They're good friends of mine. Listen, guys, don't be offended. Cola is very guarded in our seances. Thank you. There's Cherry Serenities, guys. Hey, Cherry, good to see you again. All my gratitude and love for this grand connection. Love y'all. Thank you, Cherry. Good to see you again. Welcome back. There's Michelle Marzano. Hello, Michelle. Thank you, Bob. I'm so grateful for you and Cola, too, and everyone, the spirit people, too. I'm very thankful for the spirit people. I'm going to have to go back and watch this and see what all happened tonight. Baroness Colbob says, LOL, I know Bob's. Thanks to Doris. So Doris got it straight on Chuck and Tammy. I'm so glad. Chuck and Tammy, good to see you guys. I'm happy to see you. And you know I'm back in the States now. So we're going to be having psychic development class this week. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. This weekend, we're teaching psychic development. If you'd like to come, it's going to be how to channel the higher self of other people. I think it's going to be a great class. Thank you, Amy. Good night, everyone. Thanks, Bob. Thank you for coming, Amy. Thanks for joining our circle. Melinda Tornay says, this was a wonderful show. Thank you always so. Blessings. Thank you. There's Sue Valenta. Hey, Sue. Blessings, Bob and Cola. And to everyone here, blessed be. Thank you. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to leave the red light on because I don't like to go from channeling straight into white light. So know that I'm fine. Cola will be checking on me, make sure I'm okay as I slowly come back to normal light. But thank you very much for being here. Tammy, what time? Well, the Saturday class is going to be at 12 o'clock noon Eastern time. You're in the same time zone as me, you and Chuck. So class is 12 o'clock noon. Also, if you're interested, I don't know if we still have seats left. For next Wednesday, we're having a private message circle. So if anybody's interested in joining that, it's $25. It's 2 hours. It's going to be from 7 till 9 p.m. next Wednesday. Private message circle, Valentine's messages. Now, it doesn't just have to be for love and romance. It's going to be other messages. But if you particularly want to bring a love situation in and get insight, we're going to do that as well as part of the evening. All right. So... Okay, Tammy's interested in the Valentine's possibly. Okay, thank you, Tammy. Let Cola know she's the one organizing it. She's keeping the track of the list for me because I'm so busy right now. I'm getting so many private readings. By the way, if you've reached out to me for a private reading, please be patient. I've got a backlog. I'm getting hundreds of requests, and I'm getting to people as quickly as I can. Right now, I'm filling up into March, so I think most of February is full. But I still have a few spots, so if you want a private session in this month, I probably can get you in. Maybe I have a few spots. All right, so anyways, visit my website for all of this, PsychicBob.com, and I would love to have you guys, join us for all of our events. We'll be back here tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Friday night? What's Friday? Oh, live psychic messages. Tomorrow we do psychic readings, 7 p.m. Eastern. Join us then for live psychic readings. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. Cola, darling, thank you so much for your help tonight. You guys rock. It's good to see all of you. I love all of you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go have some dinner and chill out. I love you guys. Blessed be. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for messages from the spirit world. Blessed be.